It is time to kick off the 10-race Target Series chase for the championship in Season 8. And how fitting is it that we kick it off at short track Richmond Raceway for the running of the Gatorade 300. How fitting is it that the driver who comes in as the highest seed in the chase, Jake Galloway, has won the pole for tonight's race, but who's outside another chaser, Trey Rennie, in the second position. Then third, George Cooper. Fourth is Jose Mills, and rounding out the top five, Riley Sprutube in the 8. Then sixth is Derek Hamill. Seventh place is Trip McGinnis. Eighth is the driver looking for the Target Series season sweep at Richmond, Jonathan Rains. Ninth is William Bolin, and Nathan Orman rounds out the top 10, the 2. For the rest of the field, there's Chaser Francis Vice, who's inside the 0 of Diego Yepez. Then we have Patrick Smith and Oliver Galloway. Behind them, Alexander Rowe with Samet Oskin. Then there's Ryan Brommer and Anthony Hernandez. Behind them, Levi Shones and Dylan Abrahamian. Then two chasers, Simon Bloomfield and Luke Rainey. Behind them, Greg Lee and Jason Larker. Then there's chaser Jeff Bright, who's outside Greg Torres, the 39. Then there's Sebastian Kukulon, chaser Eli Bright, the 88, who's outside. Then we have Anton Charlebois with Justin Zidell. Behind them, Mike Burrow and Steve Larker. Then chaser Danny Lloyd comes in with the most top 10 so far in the season. And McDowell, 2 Target Series championships for him. Not in the chase this season, though. Then we have Colton Yo, chaser, and Max Harrison, the 23. Behind them, Cole Luigi and chaser William Seaman. Then there's chaser Paul Taylor and Jennifer Buford. Then the final row holds chaser Mathis Wells, who's outside for his second, is number 20 of Kashawn Richardson. So there is our 42-car field, 12 chasers mixed in for the Gatorade 300, which kick off the Target Series Season Number 8 chase with this starting command.
I can't hear you! Drivers, start your engines!
And the 42 cars roll up the starting grid for chase race number 1 of 10 and the Target Series Season Number 8. So who kicks off the chase on the right foot? 45 laps to figure out in the short track of Richmond. Two chasers front row. Jake Galloway comes in seat number 1. Trey Ray comes in seat number 3. They lead the field with the green flag at the start of the Gatorade 300. We're green in the Target Series chase. George Cooper steals lap 1 from Jake Galloway, though there are no bonus points for any laps in the chase. It's solely based on where you finish versus the other chasers. Riley Sprutube grabs lead off turn 2 on lap 2. Sprutube leads down the backstretch, but has a challenge from the 01 Trip McGinnis behind. Here comes McGinnis, looking low in turn 3. And Trip got a good run right there in the bottom lane. They're going to battle side by side to the start-finish line. Sprutube leads lap 2. William Bolin up to 3rd. Yepez 4th. Galloway down in line, the 19 coming back forward. He found a hole in lines. McGinnis gets to the front. Looking at Pez, hug that yellow line. Race 3 wide down the backstretch for a second. And 3 wide, Bolin up top. Riley Sprutube as well up there. They're trying to sort it out. They do. Galloway can move his way up to 3rd, and the 19 fighting back on the inside, but Trip McGinnis leads the lap. Has his teammate Diego Yepez behind him in 2nd. But now Yepez has a challenge from Jake Galloway. Looks low, hugging that yellow line down the backstretch. 3 wide back there. In the middle is Jonathan Rains, whoever he says, looking for the season sweep in the Target Series at Richmond. Right now, middle of 3. Derek Hamill, who's outside. They beat and bang off turn 4. Bumping doors right here. Middle of the field in Richmond. Now, that's just short track racing. That's fast right there. Beating and banging. McGinnis led, but Riley Sprutube going to quickly take it. Jake Galloway on the outside. He might fall back. He's going to get in line, though, in front of Samet Oskin. Got a good break there, getting down in line. Clear for 3rd right there through 3 and 4. Something we saw about the starting order here at Richmond was that a lot of the chasers started towards the back of the field. Only very few started up towards the front of the field. So it'll be interesting to see if they can start to work their way forward as this race progresses, or if Jake Galloway, the ones that start towards the front, will stay up here. Bolin, the 40, inside. It's been a miserable season for him, but he wants to lead here in Richmond. He will for 5 bonus points. And for some of these drivers, they're still fighting for regular season points to be as high as they can in terms of the standings at the end of the season. For drivers like William Bolin, Riley Sprutube, Trip McGinnis, and Matt Oskin, they're not in the chase. They're bound for every point they can get so that they can be higher at the end of the season, higher in points. Galloway leads the lap to 19. And while the bonus points don't occur to him in the chase standings, it could very well impact who wins a championship, because the tiebreaker at the end of the season is broken by whoever has more points in the full season point standings. So Jake Galloway wins that as they're beating and banging back here. McGinnis up towards the wall. But if Jake Galloway is tied with someone at the end of the season for the championship, that gets broken by who has the most full season points. So Galloway getting these bonus points right here could be beneficial towards him in the long haul. Saw that great racing back there. They were getting very close, very physical, but they weren't wrecking. Now they almost look 3 wide there. Ryan Brommer, the 78, but Cement Oz can take it from Jake Calloway in lap number 10. Here comes Ryan Brommer, the 78, inside. Here comes Chaser Simon Bluefield. He'll come up to the front. He'll actually pass Jake Calloway right there. 35 would get 12 points, 19 would get 11. Dylan Beeman in 36, he looks low. Brommer will come off the corner though, he'll lead the lap. Bloomfield wants to get there as well and just control this race right now. 35 laps to go right here. Bloomfield trying to get down front. Dylan Beeman, he does. They battle side by side for the lead with Ryan Brommer down the backstretch. Beeman right behind that 35, he'll push Bloomfield clear now as the 35 slides up the racetrack. Watch that 36 to get down low. And George Cooper, the 28's coming back. Ebrahimian leads the lap. Here comes Danny Lloyd, mentioned 11 top 10s on this season, only 2 top 5s. It's been a very good season for this one, very underrated though. He has the most top 10s by 2, next closest is Sebastian Kugelman with 9. So for Danny Lloyd, double-digit top 10s, he wants another one here tonight, it could possibly get him into the points as well. For Justin Zidelich wants a win for the 18 team. He's the only Joe Gibbs car that has not won a race this season, because Sean Richardson has 2, Jake Galloway has 3. Galloway's in the chase, Richardson missed it by a few points. Danny Lloyd will lead for the first time tonight on lap 13, but quickly that'll be challenged by Patrick Smith. 86 will come low and take it away. And he'll lead the lap actually. Great battle there by Smith on the inside. Now they look 3 wide. Dylan Ebrahimian in the 36 down low on Jose Mills. The 11 trying to block it off so that they can keep from going 3 wide. The 11 does clear down the backstretch. Got Mills there getting out of that. Could have been disastrous. Now Mills for the lead off turn 4. Patrick Smith, the 86. Jose Mills, the 11, side by side down the front stretch to lead in the Gatorade 300. Mills will take it. Now Riley Sprotube down low. 36 slides big time at the racetrack. Sprotube clears in second. Riley, he wants a Target Series victory. It's been so long since he's visited Victory Lane. Sure he'd love to get here tonight. He's challenged with 30 to go by Simon Bloomfield, the 35 coming back. Jason Marker, the 90. Missed down the chase. And look at this. Coming back forward. Look at this 3 wide right here. Steve Larker, George Cooper squeezing together off turn 2. Oh, look at Cooper down to Greg Lee. They are all over the place back here. That's not even the thing. Oh, there they go. Cooper up towards the wall. Zidell. They hang on for now. Oh, man. We've seen about 5 instances here tonight where there should have been a crash and there wasn't. But we're going to talk about Jake Gowie's. He's coming back for the 19. Slowly make his way back on the inside lane, but now being challenged by Daniel Lloyd, the 21 down low. The front 4 kind of broken away from 5th on back. Leading it is Simon Bloomfield at 35. Now Riley Sprotube back inside the 8. I think this racetrack, even though he can pass very easily, it's going to be beneficial for drivers who start up towards the front. Sprotube started up there. He stayed up here pretty much all race long. Jake Galloway as well. And the 19 has pretty much done that. But here comes Mills. The 11 down low. Try to clear Sprotube. He gets into him. They're almost hooked together. They somehow save it again. That could have been another big time crash. It would have been at the front of the field. Jose Mills will take it through 1 and 2. He clears. That's a challenge for Jake Galloway in the 19 down the backstretch. Dan Lloyd's up to 3rd. The 19, this one has pretty much controlled this season so far throughout the regular season. It'll be interesting to see if anyone else has anything for them. The one that I've been thinking of is Trey Rainey. The 52 has been awfully good so far this season. He started second tonight, but he has fallen because he was on the outside. Jake Galloway's going to grab the leeway. Trey Rainey's fallen back to 40th, and now 41st. He's kind of trying to get back up into the 30s here down the backstretch. But for Trey Rainey, he's been good throughout the regular season. The question is, can he be better in the chase? Is the question. Can he launch it a step further and be better than what he was in the regular season? We see Francis Weiss off pace of the 38 car. Have to wonder if he had contact or something, but the 38, one of our chasers, off pace currently. He has 2 wins this season. Danny Lloyd at the racetrack. That allows the bomb open to Dylan Ebrahimian. He'll lead the lap. And now Colton Yo, the 9, has help from teammate Anthony Hernandez, the 7. So Junior Motorsports coming to the front. Yo is in the chase. Hernandez is not. Will the 7 stay behind the 9 and help him forward? Colton Yo looking for the lead down the backstretch. A great bomb of 1 and 2. Yeah, Yo got a great run there, but now he slides up. Here comes Hernandez to the 7 bottom lane. Look 3 wide for the lead down the front stretch. Colton Yo leads at the start-finish line. Hernandez the 7, though, is the bottom to turn number 1. As we are basically halfway done with the Gatorade 300. Anthony Hernandez leads. Patrick Smith is 2nd. Mills back up to 3rd. Yo down line 4th. Simon Bloomfield for 5th on Dylan Ebrahimian. Through to Max Anderson. Here comes Luke Rainey, the 12. Started Nick Pack on the outside lane. Normally that's a bad place to start, but currently fighting his way up. He's just outside the top 10, looking for 10th on Greg Lee. So 3 wide for the lead. Mills looked on Smith, who looked on Anthony Hernandez. The 86 stays clear of that 11 for now. He'll grab the lead through 3 and 4. So Patrick Smith out in front now in the Gatorade 300. And Jose Mills 11, bottom lane for him. Mills inside to turn 120, coming to 20 laps to go. Mills takes the lead away. Bloomfield takes second away. It's a great 1 and 2 for that 35. And Max Harrison the 23, fighting back on the inside with Raspberry to the 8 coming. And here comes Luke Ray the 12, as we mentioned, coming back forward. 20 to go. Jose Mills has a nice gap over the rest of the field. He's pulled away from the battle for second. Max Harrison grabs second position away, but quickly challenged by Raspberry to the 8, who gets low. Harrison though trying to gain down the backstretch. Look at this 3 wide again. Dangerous spot. Cement Oskin, Patrick Smith, Simon Bloomfield, Jeff Wright. A6 slides in the 35. Keep it green for now. Sprue 2 for second on Max Harrison off into turn number 1. They've caught Jose Mills just a little bit right there. Sprue 2 now looks inside for the lead off turn 2. A great launch. Side by side, Sprue 2 takes it and brings Luke Ray with him up to second. Luke, now the highest chaser. He has a shot to be up towards the top of the points list. He was the last driver in the chase due to his wildcard spot, but he's showing right now, wildcard or not, I am here to play and here to win the championship. Luke Rainey is clear and leading in the Gatorade 300, our first chase race of the season. Here comes another chaser, Jeff Wright. If there's a chaser that I think could start out this chase on the right foot, it'd be Jeff Wright. This is a fabulous racetrack for the one team and Jeff Wright as a whole. He has so many wins at Richmond. He swept the season a few seasons ago in the Target Series at Richmond. He knows how to win here, Cup or Target. So watch for him to try and get the victory later tonight or just start the chase on the right foot. He'll grab the lead coming to 16 to go. It's the first time he's led all night. Jeff Wright leading. Can he keep it up here? Trent McGinnis, the 0-1, fight back. He'll get to second through 1 and 2. He's looking for lead off turn 2 as well. That great launch there. They battle side by side. Jeff Wright up top, Trent McGinnis down low. Dylan Ibrahim enjoying the party of the 36 as the 0-1 slides a little wide there. Nathan Norman just missed out on the chase due to his teammate William Seaman. 15 to go. He's up in 4th. Right now the leading Richard Childress racing car, the only one that has not made the chase. He's leading the Richard Childress racing cars right now at the front of the field. And Danny Lloyd's falling back to 21. William Seaman has been a non-factor pretty much all race long so far. Coming to 14 to go. Trent McGinnis leads Nathan Norman in second. Riley Sprue to the 8 is up to 3rd. And he's fighting back. The 8 car looks pretty strong so far right now. If there's a non-chaser that I feel like could get to victory lane, it might be Riley here tonight. He's shown the speed, shown the pace he got done. He's going to lead down the backstretch here. Riley Sprue to moving back out in front. Ryan Brommer up to second, the 78 car. He'll look on Sprue to now coming to 13 to go. Once again, we have to check on Trey Ray. We mentioned him, but he has not made any progress. He's currently back in 39th, not really doing anything. He has Chaser Paul Taylor and Francis Vice back here with him. Matthews Wilson as well started 4th first. He's made no progress up. Sebastian Kugelman's back here. Siemens back here. I mentioned there's some chasers that have fallen back here. Oh, look at this. Rowe and Zeidel up to the wall. They save it. They're still green. In the front 24 or so have kind of pulled away from 25th on back. Very interesting there why there's a little bit of a gap. Wondering if something happened. Nathan Norman leads coming to 11 to go. Steve Larker missed out on the chase. He had a win, just missed out on wildcard spot. He's up to second. Colton Yeo, our highest chaser right now in 3rd. Here comes Greg Torres up to 14. He needed a win. Last race after make the chase, didn't get it done, but now here he's looking for another win. Colton Yeo, almost 3 wide. Steve Larker clears for that. Larker down the backstretch. He'll grab the top spot. Coming to 10 to go. And Colton Yeo, the 9. Here he comes. Yeo will lead with 10 to go. Greg Torres, the 39 inside. Samet Oskin coming back, the 93. Anton Strawball, first time we talked about him all night. He's up inside the top 10 as they look 3 wide down the backstretch. That's for 4th. Greg Torres will grab the lead. 3 wide though. Orman, Larker rubbing through 3 and 4. Ryan Primer slipped there. How about this? Jake Galloway fell back. Thought that maybe he was going to fall back and not be a factor for the rest of the race. Under 10 to go. He's back up inside the top 10. If he wins tonight, be his 4th of the season. And Cement Oskin grabs it from Greg Torres down the backstretch. He's out in front now. Anton Charbois, the 55. He'll grab second. Tried to release out a failed slide job. Almost wrecked him in the 39. Here comes the 45 of Mike Burrow. He'll look 3 wide for second. Mike Burrow, that's an aggressive move there. He'll look for the lead now off turn 2. Oh, into the wall. Into trouble on Greg Torres. They get sideways. They save it. We're still green for now. Now let's spread the front of the field out a little bit. But now, what's the damage to the 39 and the 55? Will they be good to go? The front 3 now. A little bit spread out. Jake Galloway, the 19. Pouncing on Mike Burrow for second. He'll look for the lead down the backstretch. A big run of momentum. What a boost 19 got. There comes Luke Ray, the 12, to join the party. He'll move his way up to third, make it second now as they come off turn 4. 6 to go in the Gatorade 300. 3 chasers at the front battling. It's Jake Galloway, Luke Rennie, and Colton Yo. Who leaves with the most points? And Danny Lloyd's come back to 21. He wants to stay in this. Coming to 5 to go in the Gatorade 300. Luke Rennie slides wide. Now Colton Yo leads. Yellow flag would end the race. Colton Yo leads it. Luke Rennie falling back. He has to get clear for second right here, but can Anthony Sharp get low? No. Luke is clear now in second. 3 wide for William Bolin. The 40 battling back. Here he comes for Luke Rennie for second. Anthony Nez is pushing the 7. Here come the 4 to go now. Colton Yo in the 9 continues to lead. Yo will lead with 4 to go. William Bolin the 40 though, looking low. Here comes the 9th teammate, the 7 Anthony Nez to help him out. But the 40 gets beneath too fast. Bolin to the lead, down the back stretch. He'll lead the Gatorade 300. Come to 3 to go, but can he lead in 3 more laps? No. Anthony Nez to the bottom lane. The 7 will take it back. Hernandez leads with 3 to go. Danny Lloyd back up into the picture. The 21 car. 3 wide for Luke Rennie. Middle lane for him. He has Colton Yo to his outside. Now the 40 to his outside. The Bill's better than the outside. Can try and fight forward. Lloyd leads though. Danny Lloyd leads. Here comes past Target Series champion Jennifer Buford. She'll look inside with 2 to go. They battle side by side. Buford out in front now in the 16. Here comes Jason Larker, the 90, looking for the lead. Jose Mills as well. 3 wide for third. We're coming to the white flag. Larker inside the 16. They slide up. Jose Mills looks in the 11. Here they come. White flag last of the Gatorade 300. Mills inside the 90 turn number 1. Here comes Anthony Nez, the 7. Watch for him to try and play a role in this. Mills clears down the backstretch. He pulls away to a nice gap. If he makes it through 3 and 4, he's going to be the winner. To turn 3, Jose Mills down the bottom lane. He'll clear the pack. Jose Mills wins the first chase race of the season. And who was the highest chaser? Jose Mills wins the Gatorade 300, our highest finishing chaser. That award will go to, I believe, Jeff Bright, the 1. Battled up to get inside the top 10 at the end. I believe he will lead with the points lead at the first chase race of the season, Jeff Bright. But it's Jose Mills winning the Gatorade 300 as he got out front at the end. Did not go wide in 3 and 4 and then assured him that he won here tonight. Let's go see the finish results in the chase standings after the first chase race of the season. Here are the finish results from the first chase race of the season, the Gatorade 300 at the Richmond Raceway. There were no caution flags throughout the race and 35 lead changes, 19 different drivers leading laps here tonight. In our first race of the season, Jose Mills leads the most laps of 5 to get his way to victory lane here at the end of the night. Anthony Nez ends up second, Samet Oskin third, Jason Larker fourth, and Greg Lee with a nice 5th place finish for the 60 team. His teammate just behind him, Jennifer Buford, gets 6th. Jeff Bright, the highest finishing chaser, with the 7th place here tonight. He leads with the points lead. Danny Lloyd just behind him in 8th, Patrick Smith 9th, and Luke Rennie rounds out the top 10. 3 chasers inside the top 10 at the end. Jeff Bright, Danny Lloyd, Luke Rennie, they leave us the top 3 currently in the point standings. As we look at the top 20, Colton Yo the next highest in 14th. Jake Galloway from the pole led 4 laps. He fell to 17th at the end, just caught in the wrong lane there at the end. But for Jake, decent points tonight, keeps him up in contention for now. Didn't use a mulligan at the beginning of the chase. That's what you need to realize for these drivers that finish inside the top 20. From Jeff Bright down to Simon Bloomfield, there's a few chasers that finish inside the top 20. They have to realize that while, like, say, Simon Bloomfield, Jake Galloway wasn't the best points tonight, you know, we still left in contention, and we did not use up a mulligan at the beginning of the chase. You get a few mulligans with this point system, you can have 3-4 bad races. So for some of these drivers down here below 20th now, drivers like Kukulon, drivers like Wells, who never saw the front, Seaman never saw the front. We saw, you know, Trey Rainey was back here. He started second. He fell back. He was on the outside, never recovered. France Device was back here off the pace. For these drivers, they have to know we used up a mulligan. Now we cannot have any more mulligans the rest of the chase. Or we can have a few more, but we used up one very early on. If it comes like chase race number 8 and you have a bad race and you had 3 others between race 1 and race 8, you know, you look back at this one and you say, man, if we started out better, maybe it would have gone a little bit better. At the right side are the points standings. We mentioned pretty much how they finished. So it's Jeff Bright leading with Danny Lloyd, Luke Rennie, Colton Yo, Jake Galloway, Simon Bloomfield. And then it goes to Sebastian Kukulon, Mathis Wells, William Seaman, Paul Taylor, Trey Rainey, and France Device. Everyone has to know, though, they're still within 1 race of the point city. France Device, if he gets 11 points and then everyone kind of flip-flops, everyone could technically, you know, it could be France Device and the points lead, tied for the points lead at the end of next race. That's just how this chase format is. At the beginning, it's going to be very close together. It will spread out among the season, but still, it should stay close together to where it should provide some excitement heading forward in the final now 9 races of the chase. So we've seen who will strike first. Jeff Bright, Danny Lloyd, and Luke Ray have done that. They all finished inside the top 10 in the first racers of the season. Can someone though join them? We go short track racing again for the next race out. We will go to Iowa for the running of the AMP Energy 300. I will see you guys then.